Thursday, August 14th, 2014, beginning at 6:30. I'd like to call the meeting to order and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, could you call the roll, please?
Bob Flanagan.
Present.
Dan Buchholz. Bob Stigler.
Here.
Brian Fisher.
Here.
John Merrick.
Present.
Ken Miller.
Here.
Alan White.
Here. And Madam Clerk, have we met all of the open meetings laws requirements?
Yes, we have.
And we'll begin with citizens' comments. Anybody?
I'm not familiar with using the mic, I don't know if it's at the right height or not. Karen Hansen, West 234, South 5460, Big Bend Road. As a former middle school teacher for more than 40 years, I am well aware of the importance of positive adult behavior modeling on our youth. It is for this reason I stand opposed to the possible liquor licensing of the Five Diamonds business in our community, and any other present or future youth-related facility. I have witnessed the consequences of parents who have consumed alcohol inappropriately in the presence of their children. Parental drinking contributes negatively toward the children's attitudes regarding drugs. And be real, people. Alcohol is a drug. Drinking contributes towards impaired driving abilities. Be real, people. Drunk driving kills young and old. I would urge you, the Plan Commission and town board members, to think deeply as you consider proposed uses of any property, and specifically before you grant a liquor license to Five Diamonds. It is now zoned as a park, a place of wholesome youth fun. Let it be a place where rowdy, drunken behavior is not promoted. Help our youth compete with encouragement, not inebriated adults yelling at them, each other, or umpires. It is now a popular gathering place, a place where families can meet safely. Help those families remain intact with unimpaired driving as they enter and exit the park. I implore your consciences, refuse a possible liquor license request. I want my document as part of the permanent public record.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Good evening, Sandy Hahn, West 230, South 3827, Milky Way Road. I've got two things tonight, and I think they're going to run over 3 minutes, so I'm going to split them up. Not sure one is more appropriate for zoning and planning or not, but on a housekeeping measure with the minutes from, well, the minutes tonight say we're going to approve the minutes from July 7th, and I don't think there was a meeting July 7th. It's August 7th. So I wanted to go on and talk about what's in those minutes. Ms. Krzyzanowski commented on August 7th, and her initial statement was, I'd like to remind each and every one of you to seriously consider the unintended consequences of the decisions you make as town board supervisors. And I think she meant commission members too. Please consider and deliberate carefully and from various positions before you reach a decision which affects the town, the taxpayers, and the public good. And that's the end of the quote. But she went on to first mention the July 24th decision to move a road sign and the precedent it set. She mentioned the decision years ago to change the garbage collection. And as a third item, she closed with comments on your recent septic system decisions. I'd like to see the minutes from August 7th more accurately reflect Millette's comments. And I guess I should point out too, I mean, in both of the last minutes, her first and last names have been misspelled, and I'd like to see that courtesy afforded to all of us. I felt the major thrust of her comments was for you to be careful of unintended consequences of your decision-making. And then she offered 3 examples. So I'm just not sure the minutes at all accurately reflect the gist of it, and I did speak with her today, and I think I'm on point. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Wayne Borchard, West 234, South 5460 Big Bend Road. And we are asking the members of the board of the town of Waukesha to reconsider their decision to rezone the Five Diamonds parcel. This benefited only the owners. They are operating now and don't need any more concessions to their demands. This should have never gotten this far in the process. If you're not sure how to vote on an issue, consult the people. With the public hearing, you would find 90% against this rezoning. What is the gain to the town? What about the town's reputation? I have talked to people from the town, from out of the town, and they're saying, what's going on? Well, how could anybody even think of use Walcott Park with alcohol? Common sense needs to be used here. You are elected or appointed to vote the will of the town's residents, not special interest groups. Now, the possible liquor license issue. This needs to be defeated when it comes up. No way are you going to turn your backs on the youth of our town and surrounding area. This would be a cheap shot against our youth. Alcohol and youth don't mix, and we need to question your basic thinking on this issue. Youth should not be associated with alcohol in any way, shape, or form at a youth facility in our town. If someone should happen to get killed or seriously injured in an accident when the people are leaving, would it be on your conscience forever? Would you partially feel responsible for this accident? If parents who are there for only a couple hours need a cold drink, they can have a cold soft drink. Parents are already unruly at these games with umpires, coaches, and this is only going to make it worse. Waukesha County has it's a high drunken driving record. This is only going to make that worse. It's time to realize the severity of the decision that was made on this issue. Please reconsider. Is this the best we can expect from you? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Wayne Krzyzanowski, West 254, South 436, South Pinot Plain, Town of Waukesha. Since Eddie brought this up about my wife's presentation on August 7th, and you do have in there July 7th for approval of those minutes, she's sick tonight, and I'm just, I said, this is the best thing you can do, hon. Give me your notes that you did and you read to them verbally. And I will give that to you, and hopefully you will accept that this is exactly what she read from that, and the corrections will be made. Her name is Millette, not Minette. It's M-I-L-E-T-T-E. And in Krzyzanowski, you happen to be missing a W, which is K-R-Z-Y-Z-A-N-O-W-S-K-I. And that should do it, I think. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. We'll move on then. Approval of the minutes from June 12th, 2014. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second? Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. On to 6, discussion and possible action on the accessory building for John Pfister, West 277, South 3389 Burnell Drive. Planner Ray Barczyk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before you tonight, Mr. Pfister is looking to construct a 24 by 30 accessory building on his property, a detached garage, for the storage of personal belongings. Per our ordinance, an acre or a property of this size is allowed up to a total of 1,200 square feet in accessory structures. This would be the first accessory structure that he has on the property, and it's only 720 square feet. He is proposing a height of 19.5 feet. Per our ordinance, the maximum height is 15 feet unless you use the height exceptions in our ordinance. And the first exception is for every additional foot in height you go, you have to be an additional 2 feet away from your side and rear lot lines. Or if you're matching the original peak or the pitch of your principal residence, you're allowed to exceed the height. In the case of the property owner, he's matching the original pitch of the house, but he also, it's set back far enough from his side and rear lot line that he's meeting the other provision of the ordinance. He is going with similar materials. The color scheme is slightly different only because the garage is what is going to be the new color scheme of the property. They're going to be matching the house to the garage. I don't know if it's still this year or...
It's gonna be of the same tone of the house, but the house will be re-sided next spring.
Okay.
So we're gonna change the siding to match the garage from cedar to fiber cement.
Okay. So with that, I have a recommendation for the Plan Commission on page 2. There's 7 conditions. And I just need to point out that the first one, instead of 750 square feet, it should read 720 square feet. And before the meeting, Mr. Pfister did provide me with a letter from Waukesha County. Condition number 5 has been met. The county has signed off on the location of the septic and well. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I'll turn it back over to you for any questions from the Plan Commission.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Pfister? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion?
And that's to include the conditions as set forth by the planning?
Correct.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Number 7, discussion and possible action on staff non-compliance report. At our last staff meeting, we had been going through quite a number of these. There were a number of letters sent out for various violations, and we are ongoing with regards to enforcement of every one of these, actually. Anybody have any questions on any of that?
I noticed that the drainage issue was taken off of here. Has that been resolved somehow?
It is not that's an issue for the DNR and the county, I believe. I don't think we have jurisdiction, Planner Ray Barczyk, is that?
We discussed that at the staff meeting, and my recollection is that Engineer Janelli was going to be talking to the DNR and the county, because I believe that is correct, that the drainage ways are in their jurisdiction.
We should follow up with them on tomorrow, perhaps?
Absolutely. And we started bringing fill on that lot already, and it's already created a small lake just from the rain we had the other day.
All right, let's address that with Chris tomorrow. Anything else?
Should be noted, there have been a few that have come into compliance. First time I've seen that in quite a while, so I think that's good news, that people are starting to get the calls and starting to heed the requests.
Thank you.
Put a positive spin on it.
On to 8, adjournment, is there a motion?
Motion
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.